Militia Actual Play. When we're only 6 minutes in and math is being done to calculate maximum explosive value for just over 40 kilograms of ANFO explosives, you know the red wires are going to have fun. The team goes on a shopping trip to get some of the Barrens' favorite party supplies, and Improv continues to prove herself a disturbing monster by offering to cook some of Shadowrun's best drug in her personal lab. It's time to begin episode 23. We do need them all to survive, though.
Just to recap, last time around, you guys were given 3 separate missions by 3 separate contacts. One was to steal a truck so you can deliver in one go all of one of Zap's stash houses to stash at your place now. To grab what was the array's name? It was, you're going to have to help me here, Worth. The name slipped my mind.
It was the Red Relay.
The Red Relay. You have to sell the Red Relay and get Cocoa Puff Shimmy's mama. All of them you have to get out from this area. You guys did a little discussion over the week. So if you guys want to go into that, or if you've made up your minds, we can go ahead and highlight it and get started.
So I believe the plan was we get the grandma out first through the front door just by asking politely. Then we get the truck. Then we throw a block party. And I mean, it's a classic. Come on.
Yeah.
And then while they're on Skeleton Crew, we try do the best we can to lug the transmitter out of there.
Yeah, I've actually been giving this a lot of thought for the last couple of days because I've been semi-comatose and under the effects of heavy medication. What if we go in loud to get the truck? Like we just set off a lot of kabooms. And we use that as like the next day we can go in saying we were sent by Cocoa Puff to get his mom out because he just doesn't feel safe with all this violence, with all this everything. He wants his mom put in a special home. We get her out and then we do the party thing so that we can get everybody all high and steal the relay from them then.
Doesn't sound too bad. I mean, yeah. I mean, we have people capable of fighting, getting the word out. I'm capable of doing that.
One thing to consider is the relay is going to be big and heavy.
That's what
we may want to do it at the same time as doing the truck, because then we can put it on the truck and then drive away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't even think about transportation. We'd need a real hauler.
Well, that truck is giant, right?
Yeah, the truck is a heavily modified, essentially a dump truck. Like the big ones as you see at construction sites and everything, actually like hauling dirt and gravel and all of that sort of stuff.
So those two may go together really well. I think it's a good idea to take the grandma out first. I think that's probably the easiest to social as well. And then it gives us an excuse to throw the party, slip them some creative concoctions.
Okay, so truck and transmitter on the same day because we need transportation. That's our best bet.
Yeah. Now, are you guys going to want some bombs? Is the question.
What we want is falsified, traitors-esque messages to plant on comlinks.
Yeah, Juliet and Kennel were talking a lot over the week about trying to point fingers to create more tension, with the hopes that when we do get to throw this, like the block party, if you will, that everybody will finally want to like blow off some steam and relax a bit. And if fights happen to break out and they reduce their own numbers, then so be it.
Okay.
So we were thinking about trying to tie the Scarlet Waves, who have the truck, to the spiders, since the spiders are the ones that tried to kill us, jerks. And we do still have that mono wheel that we stole from the spiders, and they're known for using those.
Yes, we can use this. So that can be a bit of a false flag.
Well, I was also thinking back. I was looking through some old notes where you had mentioned rigging one of those up with a shitload of bombs and driving it into something.
I mean, yeah, I can do that.
It's a maybe.
Well, and I also want to mention the mono wheel. Like, unless you guys have done something to it, would still be painted and decorated in the spider style.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely do that. How much ANFO do I still have? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You had 50 kilos, but you used 3.5 the other day, I think.
All right.
So 46.5. That's a lot.
All right. So if I put you guys talk about other stuff while I calculate how big that bomb would be, because every time I make bombs, it takes a little while to figure out just how powerful it's going to be, because it takes forever.
Just make a macro. Make a macro for it.
No.
Oh, do you still have Chronos?
I do not. I probably should, but I don't.
Now,
It may be useful.
what I was actually thinking is for explosives, we know that they have the roll-up door for the little garage where they park the truck. We might need breaching charges, is what I was thinking of, because the faster we can
Well,
get
if we're
in
on
and
the
out.
roof, right?
Uh-huh.
We just go over to the garage, and then we blow a hole open in the door or in the roof, and then we can lower it down.
Yeah, so we can just access it from the roof, just lower it straight into the truck, and then drive the truck out.
Oh God.
Oh.
We with 40 kilos, we'd be around 80p before the demo check. At -2 per meter.
As you didn't multiply.
Remember, we're talking about either doing cutting
shit,
or breaching
I
charges.
You're right. I didn't multiply.
That's 6 times 46. That's 276p.
Well, remember, we don't know what the effective rating is yet, though, because I haven't made the demo check. So it'd be higher than that?
No, just straight ANFO is 6.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. 6 times root 40.
We do need the mall to survive, though.
The mall will survive. The center part of the mall will not survive.
Do you think it'd be possible if we could disassemble the array and carry it over to the Scarlet Waves garage and cut through there? Because I don't know if we can actually drive the truck into the center of the food court and then drop it in from there.
Oh, I should probably label where the food court is, shouldn't I? I mean, it's in the center. It's like right where the array is, or is supposed to be.
Yeah, because if we can basically get everybody all effed up on the drugs, once those crash effects start kicking in, then we can go up, disassemble whatever we have to disassemble, like unhook from whatever has to be unhooked, move it over to the garage directly over where it says Scarlet Wave, where they have the truck. And I think cutting through the ceiling is a great idea. And then we can just lower it straight into the truck, back the truck out, and we good.
Yeah, that works.
I like it.
I like it. Obviously, this plan is at some point going to involve shooting people, but that's fine. That happens.
That's where Julie comes in.
Yeah.
So let me get this plan straight. We're planting the bombs just in the general area of the center?
You could do it like right there, and pretty much this whole area is going to be gone, or pretty close to it.
So I think we actually have a couple of ideas on the table. What I was thinking of, playing off of what Horatio said, was
Right, if it just runs straight in there.
Well, just because we know the array's up on the roof, so we get up on the roof. We'll have to kill whatever snipers and guards
then,
are there.
Just to be fair, ANFO is very heavy. Like, it's not like something you wouldn't be able to put. It's very large. Like, ANFO's, I want to say it's like a little more than like, it's like refined fertilizer. It's essentially like refined fertilizer. So
well, it's ammonium nitrate and fuel oil, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 0.85 grams per cubic centimeter.
So yeah, it takes up a lot of area. Like, you're not gonna be able to transport it in a mono wheel. You're gonna have to put it on a gopher or something.
Much
What
would
if
you
the
say
mono wheel was dragging a cart?
What if how much ANFO would you say you could pack into a rigger cocoon?
Well, that's the thing. Like, rigger cocoons could be the size of a dwarf,
Yeah.
or they could be the size of a troll. So
Assume
I don't think you could get all of the ANFO. We'll say a third of what you guys have. You'd be able to pack it in there.
Okay.
Okay, so but the thing
That's
is,
still quite a bit.
I think we're discussing two different plans, because we have the straight up drive it in and blow it up, or use cutting charges to get into the garage where the truck is and lower the array through the roof directly into the truck.
I think we want to do both. Because as much chaos is going on around there, the better, right?
Chaos is good.
Like, if we're on the roof, right, and we're doing that thing, presumably the alarm is going to be set off at that point. So if at that time a bomb were to roll in on the other side of the building from the spiders, they might think that that's an attack.
Yeah, the spiders are making a move.
And it might draw some people off to go defend their turf, or at least keep people from helping the wave.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ANFO is pretty standardized these days. It's a powder. It comes in bags. It's kind of neat.
So yeah, like, I'm picturing, like, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be like a bag that you get like gravel in or something, but something similar to that size. If this puts me on a watch list, okay, yeah.
And then if you go to the link, you see you buy it in 25 kilo bags. So I mean, I think you'd fit a couple of those in a mono wheel.
Yeah, I'll still go with, like, you can fit 15 kilos in there pretty easily.
All right.
That's without hurting the handling or anything like that. If you're willing to risk handling and all that mess, Also, you can get in half, at least to a rigger cocoon.
Okay. All right, so Route 15 is 3.9. Okay. Yeah, I'll be pre-edging that demo check.
Okay, so I put in the bottom left corner the things I think we need to do before we can commence with our plan, right? We need to find out if there are guards on the roof. I think it's safe to assume there are,
Yeah.
but knowing, roughly how many there are, we want to know that. We want to plant the evidence, we want to have our drugs, and then we want to make the bombs and the cutting charges on the mono wheel.
Just for reference, Pickle, the mono wheel is the Revolution, right? That's the one they were using?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I'm just checking out what we might be able to modify
Unless you guys bought another mono wheel.
Yeah, no,
that I'm not aware of.
Well, there's two different mono wheels.
Yeah,
so I
there's
just wanted to
the
make
actual
sure.
unicycle one, but no, it's the Revolution, the one where you sit in the wheel.
That thing's so cool.
They really are. I would so have one in real life if they weren't super dangerous.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's too bad we don't have a rigger because then we could put a bomb in it and then give it some gecko tips and just drive it up onto the roof.
I mean, you can always remote pilot.
I might pay a little bit of money to get some obvious armor on it, just so that it could stand up a little bit better before it smashes into the door, because it's gonna get shot. It goes fast. Holy shit! I forgot how fast.
Revolutions are pretty quick.
Yeah, I forgot how fast they go. So scouting evidence. All right. Well, I can. So what are we wanting for drugs? Are we wanting to buy drugs, or are we wanting me to make some super addictive ones? Because I have a shop.
Well, basically, what I was thinking with the drugs is either something that knocks people out, like they just get too high to function, or we wait until the crash effects kick in and let people get hit with all that stun or all the reduced limits. Try to basically catch them at their worst.
No, I was thinking that if we plant the evidence ahead of time, people are already going to be on edge, and then we distribute the drugs, and every 10th dose is actually K10.
I mean, I can make a custom drug that when you crash gives you 24 stun unresisted, or 8 or 16 stun unresisted. It's pretty easy.
I mean, that is definitely something you can do.
If you guys want me to cook up the latest and greatest drug, and it'll be like super meth because it'll give them like 6 intuition and like 5 reaction, but it's gonna give them like 15 stun when they crash.
Yeah, we should have a variety because they're gonna have the different gangs are gonna have different things, and different individuals are gonna have different preferences.
Oh my god, is my contribution to this gonna be making like fucking Heisenberg drugs and then bombs? It works for me.
Well, see, what I'm thinking is if we get, I mean, like your standard party favors, like, get 100 doses of Zen or 50 doses of Zen and 50 doses of Nova Coke. I mean, we don't have to knock literally every single person out. But if we give out 10 hits and 9 of those people get addicted to K10 and the 10th guy is like, what? No big deal. Then the finger is definitely going to be pointed at us. I'm also trying to think of ways to cover ourselves. If we get enough, like literally if we just do the party bowl, where like we just hand a bag of pills and huffers and everything over, then that'll pretty much cover our asses, I think.
Oh, I see what you mean. Because then you'd go in the morning. Okay, so what, Kennel?
Yes.
Is what you're thinking that we'll give him a bunch of stuff and it'll all be legit, and then we go at like 5 in the morning?
No,
when everybody's like passed out.
I like the idea of spiking some of it, because if we can get them to fight amongst each other, then that'll further thin out the herd. If we let people party hard for a while and do the typical, the 2 a.m. hit, everybody's coming down from everything. So it's no more, they're getting all those bonuses from the jazz. Instead, they're getting the crash effect.
I'm down with that. I mean, you can always mislabel like some of the doses of Kami.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying if we get a big enough amount, literally shove it all in a duffel bag and just hand it to somebody and say pass it out, then it won't directly link back to us that somebody got a bad dose. Because if we literally, yeah, that's why I'm thinking if we hand over 10 huffers and we say it's Kami and 10 people use them and half of those people go crazy and start murdering everyone, I just think they're going to point a finger at us.
Oh yeah, no question.
All right, let's do it. I'm down with this.
All right.
How are you guys going to make all of this or get all of it?
All right. Well, we have a chemistry lab that I purchased. So I think I have the shop. Hold on, just let me find it here.
Oh, well, and we don't need to make all of it. We can purchase some of it and then make some of the special ones, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you would make it easy for them to find like some precursors to make drugs, because I think they have a lower availability, or maybe if they buy Nova Coke, I can cut the shit out of it
We
and like
also
extend its use.
we
We'll
have the doctor
say
contact.
I mean, looking at my sheet here, and I have like industrial tool cleaner. I can cut drugs with that.
Well, I think it's a good
Um,
idea to call the doctor.
if you want precursors, it'll be half the availability, and we'll say a quarter of the cost.
That's up to you guys. I'm fine either way. But you said we could fit 15 kilos on the bike, right?
Yes, of
All right.
explosives.
Just because I got to see how good it goes. Let's see how well I'm able to pull this off. Okay, guys. Let's see.
This is when the game devolved into full-on
Ah,
terrorism.
it's not that great. Well, it's still power
So-
10.
Mr. GM, so a lot of the drugs in Shadowrun are inhaled. They have the huffer, like Jazz is often described as a single shot inhaler that cops will hang around their neck or security will hang around their neck. What would you require from us to manually fill one of those single shot huffers? Like if we wanted to fill our own as opposed to just, changing the label on one.
To fill your own, like I would just require a chemistry test, just a rating, just a threshold 1, just to fill it. To fill it, but to make the drug is you
No,
have to equal the
just to
addiction
fill
rating.
it. I'm just because. So this is coming from the guy who willingly strapped a bomb to one of his dogs and sent it to its glorious underground death. What would happen if we labeled a few huffers as kamikaze, and so that when the fighting broke out, they pulled out the kamikaze, but it turns out they were filled with pepper punch.
Oh yeah, threshold 1. That's nothing.
Am I going
That's so
too deep?
dirty. I love it.
Am I going too deep into
Yeah.
evil on
Yeah.
that?
I'm sorry, I know I've asked this before, but someone remind me, why and where are we planting the bomb? Because if we're collapsing the entire food court, wouldn't we be risking damaging the transmitter?
No. I thought the idea was we were going to be hitting the side that wasn't the spider, right? Wasn't that the idea? If I'm wrong, please let me know.
Other two fellas, can you chime in here because I'm a little lost.
Yeah, that was my understanding as well.
So it's a distraction.
Yeah, because we're gonna find a way onto the roof,
There we
and then
go.
we're gonna be in a firefight, right? And so then if a bomb comes in and blows up the east side, lots of people are going to be mainly concerned with that section and holding down their turf and not going to the roof.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mr. Jim, question. What is the like scale of this? Like from that X, about how far out is 20 meters?
Not very far. This is a pretty large mall.
Okay, it's going to do a bit of damage either
You're
way.
you're looking at 20 meters. You're probably going to say it's 20 meters. That's roughly 60 feet from the X. You'd be looking at about like here. Just beep.
Okay, it'll certainly draw attention either way.
But you also have to remember the thing about explosions. They'll push through walls, but they also get funneled and expanded by corridors
Yeah.
and everything. So if you blew it up outside, yeah, it's not going to go very far. But if you got it inside, you're probably going to double the radius of what you're actually hitting.
Would you guys be willing to split a few $100 each to get some armor on there to give it some more mass to punch through a door?
So we want to use
Julia is down to her last 7 new yen.
Oh, okay.
I've got 2,000 new yen left, so yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Man, what have you guys been spending your money on?
Ammo.
Armor for the dogs, more grenades, more drugs.
Once we get this guy, theoretically, we'll be able to get some more money.
Here's hoping.
Because actual Nuyen is something we need really right now. I have enough bank to pay for it. We can stick a ram plate on there because that'll help a lot get through like whatever door they have. Because I'm gonna try and ram through it.
Now, keep in mind, we also have a couple of shitty gophers that barely work. I mean, if we wanted to risk that, we could use one of those too.
And they might be less valuable than the monowheel too, so.
Yeah, but the monowheel's in spider colors.
Yeah, that's the big thing
That's
is
the
that
point.
that's
I mean,
what's
I
going to point a
could try
finger.
and paint up one of the other ones, but if it looks off, whereas we know the one on the wheel looks legit.
Would the spiders even be willing to use that kind of hardware to go on a suicide mission, or would it not really matter that much?
Well, we're gonna plant evidence, so I don't think it'll matter.
Okay.
If we can have like a giant glowing AR that says "Feel the spider sting" or something, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think from like if you're a pack of gangers trying to do a terrorist mission, basically, you're not going to use one of your prized motorcycles. You're going to use something that's beat up that you can afford to just lose, like say a beat up gopher.
Oh well, a beat up gopher is still more expensive than a mono wheel.
And it is.
Mono wheels are
Yeah.
what, 8,500, I think,
Yep.
for the Revolution.
Yeah, model
I'm
wheels are
forgetting
very
prices.
cheap.
My
Gophers are
bad.
like 30,000 base, so
Okay, mono wheel it is.
you're gonna put like a machine gun on that, right? And then use it as your roving artillery for your Dinger HDR.
All right, so what's going on first?
Well, I think you guys wanted to do your scouting, right? Also, question, and this will be something that because you say we need cutting charges. Is there anything I could do, Mr. GM, with taking some of the ANFO and jury rigor, and maybe like filling some metal pipes with it, but making one side of the metal pipe like thinner, or shaving it down to make street level quality cutting charge devices? Like how you have like those breaching frames that are made of wood.
The easiest way to do that would actually would be taking like just pipe and then cutting it in half.
Oh, and then
then duct
jump
tape it.
Okay, yeah.
Or just go down to Home Depot and get some angle iron, because they actually sell it there.
Yeah, I mean something like that. It wouldn't take much.
Would I be able to do that?
I'll make it an easy demolitions test. Threshold 2.
Okay.
And you're actually able to make pretty decent stuff despite using scrap parts.
Scrap. All right, guys. All you do, all right, is you take this pipe and you turn it upside down, okay, and then you use this thing here to set it off. It'll be fine. Just don't be near it, okay? It'll work. Trust me. Also, don't eat any of this pink stuff. It'll kill you.
What?
So what's the detonation for this? How are they going to set these off?
Probably wire based, because you really don't want to trust wireless detonators with these things. That sounds like a real bad idea.
Okay, so like attaching a battery to two wires, or what are we talking here?
Yeah, these are obviously going to be directional and up against what they're doing, so their damage is going to be hugely increased.
I'm considering this basically just cutting or breaching charges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 4 or 5 meters of wire in a coil, and here's a battery, and just touch these to the battery, it'll go off.
Okay. Just because all of this may kind of come up later, how long are you making the wire to all of this?
Well, do we want to just do it?
Probably no more than like 5 meters in a coil.
Okay.
We could also do a timer if you wanted. Like basically spin the dial and then drive it into the building, and 10 seconds later it explodes.
No. This is for the cutting charge.
Oh, my apologies. I thought this was for the distraction charge.
That one's probably going to be a timer. You know what? That one could be wireless, because I have enough noise comp to do it, and they're not going to have enough time to mess with it wirelessly.
Because that was just to get everything set up. If you want to make a timer for it or whatever you want to use, it's the threshold 3.
Okay.
And this is for the mono wheel bomb.
Would this be considered jury rigging?
If you don't use proper tools, but if you...
I don't have proper tools. I don't have a shop.
So I would allow hardware.
Oh, okay.
Hardware here.
Yep, that's fine.
Because I imagine most of that stuff would be similar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, guys, we need to save enough money to buy a demolitions facility.
It's on the list.
Yeah, then I'll just make my own explosives. It's fine.
Hey, when we're done storing all that stuff for Juliet's contact, we have that underground bunker. You can make all the bombs you want in there, and if anything goes wrong, it's all tamped, so you're good. It'll destroy the evidence.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have your bombs. You have them made. Do you want to go ahead and do your further scouting? Go ahead and get that out of the way, or do you want to do that later when it's potentially less of an issue?
One thing is, in regards to getting drugs...
I think we want to do it and get it out of the way.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I just wanted to ask...
None of you own a fly spy, right?
Nope, not yet.
And do we have a contact who might be able to deal one of those for us?
No?
Yeah, I got nobody for technology.
Well, that's the nice thing about having a face, is you can potentially source all of this stuff yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Kennel Master, yo.
Yo, so...
So I was watching this trid, Shadowrunners by night, Shadowrunners by dawn, and Shadowrunners Daybreakers, Dawnbreakers.
Wait, was that the one that just came out about them Shadowrunners?
No, it was about the mercenaries.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I mean, I didn't pay to watch it, but I saw it through this girl's windows one time.
Right. So, like, when they were doing their scouting, they used, like, these drones. You think you can get one of those? I'll pay you for it.
How hard could it be? It's just... Wait, which kind of drones? The little bug one? Or do you mean, like, the one that looked like the werewolf guy? Like the Transformer one? Wait, no, that was Shadowrunners Under the Full Moon that I saw. That's what it was.
No, I don't like those crossovers.
Yeah, man. Let me call some people. Let me go grease some palms and talk to some people and see what I can find you.
I knew I could count on you. You do you.
And he'll do that thing where he takes his fist and taps his chest twice and then points at Horatio. All right, so I'm just rolling my negotiation against 8.
Yep.
And do I apply first impressions to this, or is this like more like a general search to see what I can find?
This is just a straight search.
That'd be 4 hits.
You got it.
Oh, baby. So I will come back after not too long and roll up on the motorcycle and let Hodor out, take his cute little goggles off, and I'll go up to Horatio and be like, I think, what's that sound? Is that the sound of success? And I'll pull it out of my pocket in this brand new box.
Oh, whiz. You got the green one. That's the best. Right? It's got the jungle theme.
Yeah, I heard that it works like camouflage. You can't see it if it looks like the jungle.
Perfect for the urban jungle. Ooh, and now I know how to pilot helicopters and VTOLs. What do you know?
Because that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense. The skills are very transferable.
Also, jet plane.
Look, man, just take a day and read about how to fly spaceships. It's fine.
That's
Okay.
next mission.
See, if you want to fly it there, give me a handling check. Easy. You're looking at threshold 1 just to get there. I'm going to need a stealth check and a perception/evor. So on your sheet, if you wouldn't mind noting what sensors you are putting on it.
Good call. Would this be a visual perception?
It's using sensors.
Would I be able to use my Ewar through it, or is that all him?
Since he's piloting it, it would have to be Horatio.
Okay.
If he wants to give you access to it, he can.
And I will etch that.
I was about to ask.
Ah!
I mean, we're looking for guards on the roof. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, just flying over top of everything. The roof of this place is very uneven. This whole place was kind of built slightly on an incline. So down here is a lower elevation than what's over here. It's a lot easier to notice from the sky because you're actually looking down over top of it, and there was a facade that was built up to make it all look nice and uniform when it's not. But as far as people on the roof, there are, per the dark green squares, there's at least 2 people on each from their respective gangs. And as far as in the center, there's appears to be a crew of Crimson Crush that are around the array. There's 4 of them that are just they just seem to be sitting there or tinkering on it, working on it, something of that sort.
My, those are ones that are going to die.
Are they carrying weapons?
From where you're looking, unless you want to get closer, no.
Specifically, I was wondering if there were any kind of long arms, like if there's assault rifles, if there's sporting rifles, anything that could reach out and touch you from a distance.
Without getting closer, it's hard to tell. I'm assuming you're staying out at like the 100-meter range.
Yeah, we are putting vision magnification on it.
Okay, yeah. If you want to spend that money, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's a little grainy. It's hard to see, but they are carrying something larger than an SMG.
You think, guys, should I go closer?
I mean, if you think you can keep them from seeing it, because I know that thing's hard to see.
Well,
I mean,
they're armed. Don't worry about it.
Just look like chumps to me.
You can probably take them, and if you can't, you just toss a bomb at them.
Well, we can't damage the array.
I mean, the big thing is like, can you just see how this thing is like hooked into the roof? Like, what do we need to bring to take it apart? Like a wrench or like a blowtorch or something?
Can I tell, Pickle?
What you know, it's difficult. You could take a picture and send it to everyone, but again, it's not going to be very clear. It's going to require some pretty hefty knowledge on somebody's part to figure it out from that.
Well, we'll send them the picture, see what they say.
From there, I guess a hardware knowledge roll, or just a hardware roll.
And yet again, the whole table looks over at Improv for being the one smart character on the team.
Yeah.
All right, you want that hardware?
Yeah, if you're the only one that's doing it, yes. And this is pretty difficult. You're looking at at least 5 successes.
Oh, I guess I will edge that then. I'm definitely more valuable in the setup than the execution on this one, I think. So there we go.
Okay, as far as taking it apart, whoever you send in is going to have to be pretty technical because
I'm coming, boys.
Yeah, because just cutting this thing apart. Yeah, you could take the little satellite array that they have set up here, or the large satellite array that they have set up here. But whatever they're actually using to give the actual like computational power, the meat behind this thing, it's going to require some adjusting and proper powering down, proper disassembly, and all of that sort of stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm coming in either way. All right. Solid.
Worst case scenario, what we can do is after we clear the roof, we can always lower a rope down to you, and I can just pull you up, or you just grab the big troll, and I just climb up the side of the building with you attached to me.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'll be on like some psyche cram, so yeah, I'll be fine.
It wouldn't take you too terribly long to do all of this in one go.
I just have to be there.
Yeah, it would take you about a minute, give or take.
Okay.
You would guess. Anybody else have anything?
I'm going to need some drugs, and I'm thinking should we stock up on some, pepper punch, CS grenades, maybe some nausea gas, anything like that?
I mean, Juliet has 4 pepper punch grenades and thermal smoke for that matter.
Well, we should be good on the grenade end, because I think I still have a couple flashbangs, and I've got 2 or 3 pepper punches left. All right, so for drugs, what I'm thinking is some Nova Coke, some Zen, some Bliss, because those are all kind of standard party drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else we want to add on? Do we want to include... Because I was looking at K10, but its availability 16 and 900 new yen per shot. That's a bit much.
Now, if you want to make it, I even said the precursors are half the availability and a quarter of the price, but it requires you to actually make the roll to make it, and you have to equal the addiction rating. So if you want to go the K10 route, you can.
Well, Horatio, that was your idea, so I don't want to make decisions for you.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I think it's neat.
Oh man. Oh god. Of course, this is the direction the run is going. Of course.
Works for me.
Doing what gangers do. They fight dirty. There's like hundreds of guys in there, so I don't feel. I feel like we need to be kind of sneaky about it.
Sure. Yes. I mean, if you source those, we can get a move on.
Okay, so just let me know. Actually, is that something we could get through our street doc contact, Mr. GM?
The precursors, yes, he would not be okay giving you straight K10 if he could even get a hold of it.
Okay, but he can handle the precursors.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be making K10?
Straight cooked K10, the best kind.
Oh, jeez.
Don't splash any on
jeez.
yourself. I got some gloves in my pocket that I usually use for cleaning up after the dogs, but if you want to take some so you don't splash any on yourself, you go right on ahead.
Oh, jeez. Let me look up the rules for cooking stuff in chrome flesh while you do this.
So for the party drugs, does that sound good to everybody? Some Nova Coke, Zen, and Bliss?
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And I can throw some new yen at you for it as well.
For everyone.
So, Mr. GN, Nova Coke is 2 restricted, Zen is 4 restricted, and Bliss is 3 forbidden. Would you like me to roll on these?
Yes, but as long as you get 1 hit, you get them.
All right. 5 hits.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to get everything that you want, as much as you want.
What I'm thinking is 10 hits of Nova Coke, 20 of Zen, and 10 of Bliss. So this way we're rolling out, that's 40 doses to get spread about. Because, I mean, if we just hand over like 1,000 hits of drugs, that's going to look kind of weird, I think.
And you also have the EX tablets.
Yep, and I was going to say, and the EX that we already have.
I might go with 15 because there's a lot of people there.
Nice.
Mr. GM, since EX is just a 3R drug at 20 new yen each, can we include 10 additional hits of that as well?
Sure.
All right, so since I'm going to throw in 10 hits out of my own stash and the 10 we're going to buy, so that'll be 20 hits of X.
Okay.
So it starts on 190, yes.
Yeah, no, but that's for custom drugs, not like normal drugs.
We can either go with the same, or we can just have you make an extended test to make drugs.
Whatever you
Yeah,
want.
using
to be.
chemistry. To me,
Sure.
it would make sense doing it that way.
Sure.
Also, to be aware, if you're going street level, it makes it less powerful. So,
All it has to do is cause the berserk. We're good. We're good.
I never thought the conversation would come up talking about K10. Yeah, you can do it, but it'll be less powerful K10. I hope you've all enjoyed this week's installment of our actual play. The holidays are winding down and family will soon be returning home, so in addition to regaining a little peace and serenity at my house, I will have some more time to dedicate to the podcast. I have a couple Gator episodes almost ready to record, and I am just waiting for my imminent death from the plague to pass, so my voice sounds slightly less corpse-like. We'll see you next week when we find out if Improv managed to successfully cook some K10. And it looks like Kennel and Juliet are going back to the Squatters Mall. Thanks for listening.